Hi, I'm Caroline and I'm from St Mary's and I'm on my walk today and you're joining me, and I'm going to share a couple of thoughts about what I think has been going on these past few days, weeks, and how we can maybe embrace what's to come. Now, I'm studying theology at the moment and I love words, but there are an awful lot of words that I have no idea what they mean and I have to look them up. But there's one word that I really like at the moment and it's liminal. And I keep reading about it because we're in this liminal time. Now, liminal comes from the Latin word limen, which means threshold or beginning. So we're on the point of something new. It's the space in between the old and the familiar and the new and unfamiliar. And in those periods of time, we have to wait. We don't really know what's going to be happening next. And we're in a transition. And obviously, we can really relate that to the time that we're in now. And it feels like the old world is a bit, just falling apart. And we're not quite sure what the new world is going to be until it's completely revealed. And this new chapter that we're heading in towards brings change. And you can't box change up. It doesn't look the same for everybody. And so each of us have to cope with the change that we find ourselves in. And that change has ripples and effects on lots of different people. It affects the whole community. It affects our relationships with each other. It affects our jobs, our vocation, the types of things we're doing every day. It can even affect our physical well-being and our mental well-being. It's like a seismic shift in our landscape. But we're ushering in this new chapter, and it reminds me of the disciples who also were ushering in a new chapter of their lives once Jesus had died and gone to heaven. And we're heading towards Pentecost Sunday, which is the birth of the church as we know it this week. And it reminds me of the disciples sitting in the upper room waiting for the power of the Holy Spirit to come upon them. And they didn't know what was going to be happening, but they knew that Jesus had promised them that something good was going to happen. And it did, because St Mary's is here as a point of reference to us over 2,000 years later, because those first and early disciples sat and did what they were told, and they sat in that liminal space waiting and not knowing. But when they did reach the other side and emerge, the seismic shift was enormous, and the consequence of that was beautiful, and we have the church today as a result. So maybe there's something that you're facing at the moment and it may seem daunting, but actually, maybe you need to grasp those opportunities and take them on board. And perhaps there's something really positive in this liminal space for you. So I really hope and pray that you might be able to find that positivity and grasp the change and make something good happen out of something that seemed so unfamiliar and so unknown. So have a wonderful day, and we'll speak to you soon. Take care.